What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some Goa trance, maybe psychedelic trance. It depends on how you use these phrases. I've talked about it in some other videos. For a lot of people, those two phrases are interchangeable. For some people, less so. I would say for me, generally speaking, a lot of the psychedelic tunes in the 90s I would put more under the Goa label, in part because of the kick drum, the acid content. By the time you get to the late 90s and early 2000s, I think a lot of tracks in the psychedelic umbrella become more what I would call psytrance. Having said that, there are tunes in recent years I would definitely call Goa, and there are tracks way back in the 90s that I would call psychedelic trance, so there's no hard and fast rules in general and even among my own usage of the phrases, but we're going to listen to a tune called Indeli by Motormouse, and Motormouse was sort of a one-off pseudonym by an artist called Daniel Vernunft. It's like Vernunft from Hamburg. I believe Shiva Chandra is a name he used on a lot more releases. But yeah, it's, as I said, on Koyote Records, 1998, and this one-off track from him under the name Motormouse is one of my very favorites. I've used it in a great number of mixes, Encyclopedia Galactica being one. I think one of the psychedelic flights mixes that I've been doing video mixes of in the last couple years. So yeah, it's just a classic. It's got a lot of melody. It's a very atmospheric and melodic Goa tune, but it definitely has some acid, including in one section in particular. So let's listen to it. This is Daniel Vernunft under the name Motormouse, and the track is called Indeli, and it's from the 3-record compilation Enlightenment by Koyote Records in 1998. $33 or $45? It's always the question. We're good. No, we're not. Yes, we are. See, it's always a bit of ambiguity. The reason I was confused is because I mix this faster than default almost always. Melodic wind chimes over a driving, grinding engine. Acid for a bass line, acid is part of the melody. Wicked acid. Boiling acid. A lot of the track does sound like a galactic transmission. Now this is very much true of a lot of trance, and perhaps in particular Goa / Psy. She just wanted to hear the tune. Now she's off. I don't blame her. But you could end and start a mix with this, and Encyclopedia Galactica and whatever psychedelic flight number or trip number I use this set in, or use this track in. What are you doing? You eating something? I definitely use it as a starter. For me, it's been a starter. The way it kind of floats in with that a bit of a dramatic melody, and then just, it's like someone not even turns on a key. It's like they light it on fire and the track just launches. I absolutely love that. Again, it's got acid as a secondary supporting melody, like beneath that again, like wind chime sort of melody that is the main driver of the tune that makes me think of a psychedelic forest. It very much has a forest feel to me. But beneath that is that churning, grinding, and at least at times throughout the track, wicked acid bassline work. And then it gets to that section where, again, it sort of breaks down again. It has that wicked sample of a guy shouting in a very intense way. And then the acid just goes to another level and gets even a bit more wicked, if only for like one or two measures. And then that sort of acid flavor does come back again near the end, including with some lasery stabs over the top of it. So yeah, it's just a really cool tune, one I've enjoyed a long time, one that I've used as a mix opener on a number of occasions, but as you heard with that outro, you could very much end with it, although I guess the last couple seconds do sort of drop off a cliff very quickly in terms of the fade out. But yeah, it's just an absolute classic. I've always enjoyed it, even if it's perhaps not well known. Number one, Koyote, Miranda, Steps to the Stars, a very famous Goa trance tune that I have 2 different copies of. It's on Koyote, and I think there's some other notable releases on Koyote, but compared to like Tip or Dragonfly or some of the other Goa labels from the 90s, I don't think it was ever quite on the same level in terms of popularity or the must-have attitude about it. But yeah, of the tunes I have on Koyote, this might be my favorite, and I think it's underrated in that regard. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Peace.